Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've done a Meg's Minute and for good reason. I just got back in town. I got married and I went on my honeymoon. So it has been a whirlwind of like the past 2 weeks, and that's kind of why I look a little crazy. Still getting my house together, cleaning, putting things away, laundry for days, and it's been like a couple of office, actually, aka office home days. So getting back on the swing of things, I was touching base with a lot of my renters that have found a rental place, but then they've been thinking about buying. So I wanted to touch base on renters and to buyers. And I know I talk about this a lot, but I have like three main topics that I want to cover today, or three tips that I want to cover in today's Meg's Minute on renting and how to get into buying, because the processes are very different, the renting versus buying. And I think that people don't quite understand exactly how to really kind of inch into it safely, slowly, and that you actually can prepare the best. So one of the first things that I say to my renters is get pre-approved first, and get pre-approved early, because I feel like what happens is that buyers, new buyers especially, start looking on Zillow, start looking on Realtor.com, and start looking at all the places that they really want to buy, not really understanding what that $300,000 means to their monthly budget, or what that means for their like if that would actually fit into their budget. So $300,000, $400,000, maybe you can only afford $250,000. It's good to know that up front. It sets the expectations first and foremost, and it doesn't set you up to fail. The other thing is that I'd like to tell people is to give yourself realistic time. So don't start too early, because your lease isn't up until a certain point. So let's just say you need to be out of your lease at come June 1st. And that means you probably want to move in around that same time. So give yourself a realistic time frame. Don't start in January, but don't start in May either. So in Chicago, the buying process, just for the contract loan to be processed and to be through to closing, is 30 days at the the minimum, but 60 days is like the standard. 45 to 60 days. We can play with those numbers in between, but you really don't want to push things too fast unless you're willing to, be super quick about getting your paperwork and you're really tight on your taxes and everything else. And it's a whole nother topic that I really should get a lender in and a conversation on. But give yourself a realistic time frame. If you don't know what that means, talk to me. Let me know. Let me know when your lease is up, and then we can talk about where you are in the process, and then we can get you all pre-approved, and we can get you at least set and ready to go for the right time for things to start coming up. Make a list. The third thing that I tell people is make a list. This is very HGTV-y of me, but make a list of your must-haves and your needs and your wants. And if you have a significant other that you're buying your house with, find out what they need and want. And I do that because your price range may not be able to fit all those things in. Your relationship may not be able to fit all those things in. There's got to be a compromise somewhere, whether it be location, whether it be what kind of laundry room you get, whether it be how many bedrooms, backyard, single family home or condo. Like, those things matter, and it's good to iron that stuff out early, because you don't want to be on the wire and not being able to close on a house. So just a recap on the main three things if you're going from a rental into a buy is get pre-approved early, set the expectation right for yourself up front. Give yourself a realistic time frame. Don't start too early with your actual search, and don't wait until the last minute. There is a sweet spot. Ask me, I'm going to help you out. And definitely make a list of what you need and want in a home, and what you and your partner need and want in a home, and how those things differentiate and how we can compromise, because I'm the middleman to help that happen. So Meg's Minute today is the quick three tips and tricks on getting into a rental or getting out of a rental into a buy, and there's many more things that will come up. So go ahead and shoot me a message, send me an email, give me a call, and we'll talk later. Thanks for watching.